Shrew, and I will be presenting today about business marketing and all of the interesting aspects of that. Okay. To start off, my quote was, "Without change, there is no innovation, creativity, or incentive for improvement. Those who initiate change will have a better opportunity to manage the change that is inevitable," by William Pollard. And this quote has actually taken on a different meaning to me. In the beginning, I kind of focused more on a merchandising or fashion standpoint, and I didn't really see any growth or any improvement in that, because that was comfortable, and that's kind of what I knew. But I feel like change now is defined as working and challenging yourself to see a new improvement, especially in marketing, whereas this was into a food industry that was unfamiliar to me, and it was more promotional, which I wasn't sure if I was comfortable with. But as I learned from my mentor, how important it is to expand yourself and to always push yourself to do better. Research. This was my beginning research. What I kind of started off with was over internet marketing, which was growth and production for a company's products online. I did a study on REI and how a lot of their production has been changed because the more of their stores are more focusing on online purchases. Changing and emerging of social media marketing, especially through Twitter, that is the biggest thing, is connecting with customers on whether they're complaining about a product or they're wanting change, and strengthening the customer relations through internet and technology, which is similar to social media marketing. But more of what I've learned under my mentor is that maybe it's creating a new little widget or a product to support your product and growth. Brand marketing, studying how overarching and diversified a large company or brand name can be, and how it affects the roles of the marketing team in a company and a growth team, depending on the brand. Brand marketing, this is something that was really solidified through my mentorship, and seeing that she worked for, my mentor who I'll go on and talk about, she works for both Pizza Hut and Pepsi under the young category. So that is 3 brands you're working on, 3 that you're having to show and represent, all while doing this huge product that benefits everyone, which is something that can be very challenging. You have to know your research, you have to know your product, and you have to be able to show that in the best way possible. Finally, merchandising, studied how specific research into how the consumer actually uses the product benefits the company's knowledge about how and why to change the image of the product. This I mainly learned through my interviews, especially Michael Schreckler, who was head of merchandising with Dr. Pepper, and I also did a lot of research online about this, and I did a lot of case studies about how when you place a product a certain place in a store, maybe it's by the checkout aisle, maybe it's around a certain environment, it affects it, and then incredibly how a consumer sees it or when it does probably matters more than the taste or how even the product makes you feel, but it's about that initial reaction. My interviews. The first one was with Nina Son, who was the director of brand marketing for Dr. Pepper. She was very informational about marketing focus on the consumer, and it was all about the consumer. Nothing else really mattered but what they wanted. Hierarchy of directing the department of marketing. She explained to me the process, the spokes of marketing, that everything comes out from it, that whether it's research, insights, she pointed me to new viewpoints and how marketing can both be accounting and economic focus, or it can be more creative focus, and had to define consumer interest to me about what is it in their daily life that makes this product meaningful to them. And that's the truth. Next was Scott Barendell, who is the president of Ideal Grove marketing firm in Dallas, and he told me about the difference between a small firm and a large company, which is basically with a small firm, you're going to get to be able to pick more of what projects you want to use, what you want to capitalize on, what you want to be your signature. In this case, it was technology development and what does their website look like, not as much as in-store kind of packaging kind of thing. Whereas a large company can branch out and do so many things, such as I looked at Dr. Pepper and Coca-Cola, everything, and they have just such a range of snacks, product, food, that you're going to have that diversity in. He also taught me about what kind of environment I want to work on, whereas I found myself more comfortable in a formal workspace with increased objective. As I went on, I saw that I truly found the most comfort and most stability in an environment that was rigid and said, okay, this is our point of direction, this is where we're going, we're all working for one brand. He more taught about like we're gonna do our best job on different products with different companies, and we're just kind of do one thing. I didn't really enjoy that, but it taught me a positive. Michael Schreckler, who was in shopper marketing and merchandising for Dr. Pepper, he was informative about diversity of customers and consumers in a retail marketplace, and how you may have a mom that's shopping for her kids, or you may have the kids itself shopping for themselves, and it all depends on what viewpoint you're looking at, what kind of research you have to have. He specified on how important brand advertising is against opposing brands, because you may have a generic brand right up against the retail brand, and are you going to have a lower price? Maybe. Maybe you're just going to have to market the product better. And finally, he talked about broadness of viewpoint, and how you're going to have to think about how is this product and how it looks going to affect all regions of the country. He had the Southwest region, and whereas the Northwest region might be different because they might favor different brands. Next, I had Leslie Eden, who is the manager of consumer insights for Dr. Pepper, who I was pointed to by Nina San, as previously mentioned. She defined the basis of a customer opinion and what it means. She's into research of the customer, and so like she would go in and like design the test of, oh, which taste test do you like better? Which one is more favorable to the consumer? And she kind of defined how to find that. She is directed by marketing executives to what information is needed, which I kind of learned from that about what I really don't want to do. I don't really want to be directed and just told what I need to research. I'd rather be the one who's initiating it and saying, this is our direction, this is what we're doing, and that's kind of where I see myself now. She solidified my opinion of choosing a marketing executive, like I just said, but also taught me the information that goes into marketing a product. So you have to really understand everything that goes into it, and to understand the product. You can't just be like, oh, well, we just want to go in this direction. You have to really know your product. And finally, I had an interview with Sarah Kate Sims, who is the customer marketing manager at PepsiCo, who works in accordance with Pizza Hut. And she told me adaptation and marketing environment for many realms, including social media. This branched out as I've gone along to learn from her that it's not just social media, it's in-store, it's what's the little hanging thing, it's websites, what are you going on, that kind of thing. The increasing aspect of promotion tied to consumer needs. She has taught me about, this is after the interview, she told me about Experiment, my mentor, but she actually designed this little like 4-pack thing for like Pizza Hut stores, and what you do is like it's all marketing on the outside of it, but you can put like 4 little liter bottles, not even liters, but like the 16-ounce ones, and you can put them in there, and it's like only $5 for the 4 drinks, and it's like all complete, really cool marketing on the outside about how you can just grab it and go, and it's awesome. So that was kind of more of her promotion that she's been teaching me about. And I chose Sarah Kate as my mentor because I could expand on my knowledge of marketing from conceptual to physical product, which is something I didn't feel confident initially in. So I'm very excited about that. My original work, with the help of Sarah Kate, I chose to work off the basis of an imaginary marketing firm, SKS Marketing, in which I will design a business plan for in my final product. So in my final product, this is going to be how is this company going to grow? Is it going to be a small business? Who am I going to have work for me? What is the main objective? And this is kind of more of like what I'm working under the umbrella. However, for my original work, I came up with a mini case scenario of a company coming to my imaginary firm with a problem and solving it using the research and knowledge of doing this spot. By sitting in the meetings with Sarah Kate, I've seen how to attack a problem or how to see what a consumer needs, whereas you have to look at, oh, well, what does this consumer do on an everyday basis? What's going to come into their life that they need a drink for, they need a snack for? What are those needs that need to be met? And the problem that she gave me was PepsiCo is losing Hispanic consumers and using new ideas to regain the demographic. And then research, part 2 of my original work research, I found that the best way to improve a product's unpopularity is launching a campaign that appeals to the demographics needs through PR, television, print, and media. You want to see, okay, well, they struggling with in their daily life? What are they mainly attracted to? And make that the core of the PR and the print. Even though they might not realize it, it's going to be a subliminal message that they see. Hispanics are the U.S.'s largest minority. So we need to see both what is U.S. and what is Hispanic culture that we can kind of combine together to make relevant to all of them. Majority work in manufacturing construction, physical labor that requires hefty refreshment. So they're going to want more of a drink that has a lot of flavor and has a lot of like taste. Not really a diet soda or like a water or a sweeter. It's going to be more of like a Dr. Pepper or Pepsi, that kind of thing. They are less inclined to diet beverages, like I just said. Bold colors are the most popular in Hispanic advertising. I also used, for my research base in this, was I traveled on a mission trip to Guatemala a couple years back, and I still remember it very well, and I just remember like getting off and doing a lot of like work or like building, I think it was like a water refinement thing, and we just got off the truck and we all got like Coca-Cola, and that was the only thing available. It was like little glass bottles, and we got to see, wow, like this is the only thing they like, this is the only thing available. So I kind of based it off of there and what they were actually going to buy. I also found that flavor is one of the most important aspects. They're going to have real sugar products. They're going to have really like flavorful ads and more like color and music. And they're more inclined to the uniqueness of the beverage instead of the health benefit, because we didn't really care. Is it a diet beverage? It was more just like whatever you can grab. And what I kind of found from this research was the most effective way of marketing to Hispanics is through bold colors and flavors, like I just said. Because a major majority of their population is involved in physical labor, they are less inclined to water-based beverages, and because their culture is heavily based on music, Latino Hispanic artists are best for promotion of products. This all included reconstruction, which is rebranding of original Pepsi using primary colors and traditional design, as opposed to where they'd be going more like the colorful, like American music approach. This is more of a Hispanic, bold music approach. Use and promotion of real sugar, launch a celebrity campaign with Ariana Grande of Pepsi is Bold on digital television and print platforms, which are the main bases, and campaign having flavor challenges such as focus on Spanish words as yes se juega for posting with the beverage. So that's something I also, Pepsi, they have a challenge now that if you like take a picture with it, with the Pepsi, you can get like certain points. So I kind of took that onto the same platform, but on more basic for people. That's my little kind of like ad for like a promotional campaign that I came up with. I'm not graphic designer, but that's just kind of what I came up with. And I used Ariana Grande and a lot more bold colors, and that's kind of like the basis of what the campaign would be, meeting those needs. And my mission for the campaign is the Pepsi is Bold campaign will use to ignite growth in the Hispanic consumer demographic by exemplifying Pepsi's flavor and diversity through bold colors and what they know best and what will fit their needs. The aspects I learned was even if something is in a new area, if you have relevant, useful information, use it. I found this using my information from a mission trip in Guatemala, whereas I never thought I would use it. I never thought getting a soda after working with ever use, but I kind of use that into the company. And then marketing is all about how something looks. If you cannot get the point across of your product, it's pointless. I learned this through, I actually watched a movie that was more of like an indie film on marketing and how effective it is in the American marketplace, and how if your product doesn't look good or nobody wants to buy it, the taste doesn't really matter. If the taste is great and amazing, but the product is not marketed well, you're probably not going to sell it. Also, be prepared if you're going to put yourself out there. No matter how many times you've done it, no one is perfect. I've learned this over time. Going into each mentor visit, I have to know that I am not the mentor, I'm the mentee, and I'm always there to learn something. Also, same can learn everything. Overthinking can ruin expectations and be surprised with something new. I've had the chance to listen in on a lot of phone meetings with my mentor and the executives of the company, and if I overthink what they're saying, or if I like over anticipate what's going to happen, and I get too excited about how the meeting's going to go and I don't absorb what's there, I won't be able to learn from that experience, and I'll only like go away